Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video and to another trades recap and NQ market review. I'm going to explain to you the trades that I took today, all based on only one strategy, which is this one right here. I'm going to show you this image on every single video so you can burn this strategy in your head. We have a zone, we have a high, price sweeps this high, close back inside the range, only wicks, and then closing above the candle that caused the sweep. All right, that's it. And we enter once price retraced back into the range. So today I took only one trade. It was from here, just above 2R, right? And I was done for the day. So I'm trying to take less trades and more RR, right? Capitalizing on the really A+ setups that gives you big expansions to the upside. And I'm going to increase the RR week by week. So let's get into the trades breakdown or the trade breakdown, right? Always starting with the higher time frame. So what do we have on the higher time frame? And I start trading after 10:30. So what do we have before 10:30? We can see that we have this zone from here all the way to here, right? Price traded above it once, failed to close above it, only sweeps, and then one more time with this leg to the upside, we have a closure, we have a body closure. So now this is a zone. Price retraced back into it, right? Retraced back into the zone. So let's go on the 5-minute time frame. So as you can see, before 10:30, price was really choppy, right? And this is why I like to start after 10:30. So look what happened after 10:30. We swept all of these, right? Let's remove this. We swept all of these lows right here on the consolidation. Also, we swept a high to the left or a low to the left, I'm sorry. And we failed to close below it, right? We failed to close below it. So now, and after that, we have the CSS confirmation. So all of this right here can offer support once price return back into it, right? So once price started retracing back into it, you can either take your entry directly, but for me, I like to take, so although this right here is part of the model, because we have a sweep and then the CSS confirmation, return back to it, but you can even look for the same model on the lower time frames, right? To refine your entry and use this whole zone as a confluence, right? So you can add another confirmation. So if we go to the 1-minute time frame, I'm going to show you the price action. Once price return back into this candle, that 5-minute candle, we can see that price tapped into it once, started trading higher, right? And this is why I told you, don't be the first to buy. First buyers, first reversal traders will always get tracked. So one more time, sweeping this, right? Sweeping this. So in here, we do have the CSS confirmation, or we do have the CSS. So as you can see, price traded to this low, to this high, and then created this low once. So this right here is a CSS. And as you can see, it failed to hold price. It failed to take price to the upside. So don't be the first buyer in a down move. Wait for the sweep. Wait for price to trade higher, and then wait for price to sweep that swing low, right? And then look for entries. So price swept this low right here. Now we want to see price to close above the candle that caused the sweep. So price started trading into it, but the break of structure or the close above happened with this candle right here, as you can see. So now you can take your entry. And again, when I'm trading with the higher time frame, and I explained that in one of my recent videos, when I'm trading with the higher time frame, trying to catch an expansion, I take my entry from the 30%. Because price won't give you those deep retracements when we are trading expansions with the higher time frame, right? And as you can see, price never tapped into the 50%. So I take it from the 30%, my TP, a really conservative TP, only 2R, 2.1R, and price traded way above it, right? So this was really a plus setup. We had two setups just before this one. The first one was here. So after we swept all of these lows right here, right, we swept all of them, as you can see on the 1 minute. We also swept this low right here. Let me show you. This one right here. Never close below it. This is now the candle that we need to see a CSS on, and it happened here, as you can see. But we never had the retracement, so this was a missed setup, right? And I used that later on as a confluence. So we have this CSS and we have this CSS right here. So this is really an A plus setup, right? A second setup happened here, but it was more of a pullback. So price swept at this low right here, or this high, as you can see, right? Not here, this is body closure. We need only a wick, and it happened here. So one more time, don't be the first seller. An up move, we have a CSS right here, failed, body closure, this is the market structure shift, failed one more time, right? The market structure shift failed. And then the sweep happened with no body closure and the CSS confirmation, right? Our model. So now this right here, as you can see, is the confirmation to go lower. Of course, no entry, but it offered that here. As you can see, price returned back into it and it offered the entry, but this is kind of a risky entry. And you really don't want to trade this. We are not inside the zone. And this was also an all-time high, right? This was an all-time high. You don't want to short this, right? There was another setup, a beautiful setup happened later on. And it was, yeah, this one right here. Let me remove this. So nice 2R trade. So we have this previous CSS that we took our entry from. We have this low right here. Price retraced or tapped into the previous CSS, as you can see. So we are trading from CSS to CSS to another CSS, the previous CSS. So if you think that DTFX is scam, then this is the proof that you really need to invest some time learning these concepts, because this is all you need anyway. So price reversed from here, swept this low right here from the previous CSS, and now what do we need? We need price to close above this candle, and it happened here. Price never give us an entry. Price start trading higher. One more time, tapping into it, right? Start trading higher. Don't be the first buyer, right? So another sweep of this low, and this could be your entry right here. For the 30%, as always, you are trading with the expansion. You don't want to be greedy and put your entry on the 50% or the 70%, right? And as you can see, price traded beautifully to the upside, and we had a lot of targets. So like, for example, we have this low, or this high, as you can see, all smooth edges. So we don't have a single sweep in here. All of these lows, all of these highs never got swept, right? This is why you see this really big move to the upside. So this was Monday's price action, beautiful price action if you know how to read market structure. So as always, consider investing some time and study the DTFX playlist, right? And backtest a lot. I backtest every single day. FX replay and the Ninja Trader playback feature are always open on my desktop. Anyway, if you have any questions, DM me in my Twitter account or leave a comment down below and I will answer you as soon as I can. Now happy trading and good luck.